Good evening, everybody. I hope that you are well, having a good day, evening, night, morning, whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a good one. I hope that it is good. I'm hoping that the microphone is fine. I'm hoping that the colours in the game are fine. And I'm hoping that everything goes okay tonight. Oh, I'm so hoping, so hoping. Although I don't much like the look of that track right now. The spray coming off of these GR1 cars around Spa is frightening me right now. The sun is out, and I just sincerely hope that the sun dries this track up before we get out there. I really, really do. In the chat, we have got a couple of people, well, a few people. Ruthless is in. Have a good stream, buddy. Thank you very much. Unfazed is in. Okay, ticked in. Some time for coffee, toilet, and some shenanigans. I'm not sure what picture that conjures up. I think Unfazed needs to reword that. Steve, moving quickly on. Steve, Mitchell, and chat. Not been around for a while, so hope you and everyone is well. Yes, I'm well. Thank you, Steve. Good to have you back again. Are you racing with us or just lurking? And what are you up to today? Ernie Bourne is in. Steve, welcome back. He says, Welsh Boy, waves to everybody. Good evening to Ernie and Welsh Boy and Steve and Ruthless and Unfazed and everybody. And we've also got a number of people in the room, which I will get to in a minute. But before we do that, we have a few, well, two little housekeeping things to get into, first of all. We got 14 people on the stream at the moment, so not everybody's going to get to this. I should actually mention, not housekeeping, I am keeping the Just Giving banner up for Hulky for the moment. Probably going to be losing that overnight, so tonight might be the last time that one is up there. But I believe that the Just Giving page is still available for anybody that would like to support Hulky's charity. He did a fabulous job at the weekend. I think everybody in the community knows what he did. A lot of you were there for him, and I'm just leaving it up there just to get a wider reach, as it were, with the live stream. So yeah, just got the Just Giving banner up there at the moment, and obviously there's a link down in the description for anybody that wants to check out more about what he did. But the couple of little housekeeping bits and pieces. YouTube chat having a lot of discussion about the channel and how it's going to develop, because I very much run a continuous process of improvement. I'm continually looking at what we're doing with the channel, how we're gelling as a community, how things are coming together and how things are getting better. And as I learn things, I'm trying to employ those things. As people come up with good ideas, I'm trying them, and what works we keep and what we don't. So it's this policy of continual improvement that I want to keep going. And at the moment, we got a couple of things going. One is the YouTube chat, and it has become painfully clear to me over the last week or two. And so many of you that do engage in the YouTube chat have said to me that it is now imperative that people use it. It is central to what we do. People are having a bump in the race, they finish their race, and after the race, whilst I'm messing around, they're popping in the chat and just saying, I'm really sorry this happened. Then the other person who's got bumped comes in and says, hey, that's not a problem, or you should drive a bit better, and they have a bit of a discussion. It isn't always sorry. Yeah, not a problem, mate. Sometimes it's sorry, I didn't mean it. Well, you really messed up my race there, mate. And, you really need to try harder. And there's a little bit of friction there. But you know what? At the end of it, everybody moves forwards as a community and we're friends. The issues that we have are when people are not in the YouTube chat. And that does extend also to where somebody has a bump with somebody else. And they jump into the YouTube chat after the race. They're given the place back and everything else. And they jump into the YouTube chat and they say, hey, Mitchell, I'm really sorry that I bumped you. I outbroke, or I got just pushed a little bit wide and I bumped into you, and I'm really sorry. And then the other person just silence, because that other person is not in the YouTube chat. It's not necessarily disrespectful, but in some respects, for what we do, it can be seen to be disrespectful, and it can be seen to hurt somebody. If they're playing the rules that we want to run and they've apologized in the chat, and the other person hasn't gone in there and at least acknowledged that apology, whether it's an acceptance or a, mate, you're out of order. that causes a problem, and in some respects that in itself could be disrespectful. So I want to be pushing the YouTube chat more. Yes, some people out there say, oh, Mitchell, you just want people in YouTube chat because it's subscribers. Yes, I make you subscribe because it stops the trolls. It stops the idiots from coming in and causing us a problem. Basically, if people want to be in this community and engaging in a respectful manner, then they'll subscribe. And when I did turn the subscribe button off, we got all sorts of problems in the chat, and it very quickly went back on. So forgive me. Yes, I get subscribers from that policy, but that is more of a byproduct than by design. By design, we want people engaging and just apologizing when something has happened, so that we can smooth it over and reduce the number of those red flags that are being thrown. In fact, I need to change the word red flag. I've been suggested purple or amber or some other color, which I am considering. So that's YouTube chat. It's becoming imperative, and it's being proved to me that it is so working in a way that is just unreal. And I really want to major on that. And what I am going to ask you guys that are in the chat, if there is an instance where somebody has apologized and the other person isn't coming in and acknowledging, I need you to tell me, because things go through very quickly and I'm not that engaged in the chat, and I won't see those bits and pieces unless you put App PlayStation in. I tend to watch the chat for the App PlayStation Racer because I've got so much going on and the chat goes through so quickly, I will miss it. So I am relying on you guys to say, oi, Mitchell, I apologise to you and you haven't responded. Or some Jack Kobe, I apologise to you and he's not in chat and he hasn't responded. Or, you know, I need to know who is not in chat and therefore not engaging in the way that we need to do. Unfaced is just coming up with one more serious issue, which we'll get to in just a moment. The other thing is I have got a poll up on the Discord at the moment about managing the numbers of people. We often hit 16 people very, very quickly. And I've got a number of ideas going around in my head. One of which that was suggested earlier on today was that we did a randomizer, which I quite like the idea of, where people register in Discord during the day, and then we'll have a table of people that have registered to run that evening. I push a button, it will pull 16 or 15 people because I need to take one, but 15 people out, put them into another table, and those 15 people will be the ones that run. At the end of that race, that gets cleared. We run it again, we get another 15 people. You might be in a second time, you might not. I quite like that idea. However, the poll on Discord has blown my brain because the vast majority want to leave things the way they are. First come, first served. So I've got the poll running just to gauge what people want to vote, but I will still potentially make my own decisions on that one. We will see. But yes, it's my channel, as everybody keeps reminding me, but I do like to try and listen to you guys as well. So I'm open to be persuaded. And some other things that have been mentioned is having a rota where some people are in for race 1 and then different people for race 2, and people can book the different races that they want to. I tried that one a little while ago. Some other people have also mentioned about Kai, where he removes the bottom few people in a race. So they'll have a lobby race, and let's say the bottom 5 get removed, and then 5 more can come in. I do not want to go that route, because I love the fact that we've got A to E rated races in here. Lots of people have lots of different abilities, and it is enabling the slower races. I'm talking quickly because we're getting up towards the 10 minutes. We get a lot of the slower racers racing with middling racers, racing with the quick racers, and that enables the slower racers to come through. Unfazed is a classic example of that. There are others. I remember running with GT Tom when he was at the bottom, and now he's mid to almost towards the top of the table. I don't want to be losing those bottom ones all the time. Now, I'm going to use a few names here, and I don't mean any offence. I don't want to be losing Vic and Borky after the first race because I know they're possibly going to be in the bottom 5. That isn't necessarily the case. Borky's getting quick and so is Vic. Terry West could be in there. There's a whole load of people. I could be in the bottom 5 and going out. Likewise, I don't want to have the likes of Gamer Dan, Ernie Ball, Jack Kobe in every single race because they're constantly at the top. I don't feel that that policy is fair to a community that crosses all skill levels. And that's one of the reasons why I have specifically ruled out removing the top 5 or the bottom 5 from that list. I just don't feel it is the right way to go. Right, what did Unfazed had a serious issue, but he's gone quiet on me now. Terry's in. Good evening, all. Trigger, can I suggest you give preference to those whose driver names begin with T? Yeah, I've thought about prioritising people from M backwards and downwards. Yeah, I think that's good. I will definitely consider that one. Definitely. Unfazed, do I send the invoice for the cleanup team to your mail or do I send a paper version? Oh, I think that you should send that to email, actually. Unfazed at GT7 I love at outlook.com. That will probably get the right person to deal with that, I think. And thank you for offering to foot the bill, my friend. Yes, thumbs up for Unfazed. Yes. Thank you. And if that email was a bit long, then I'll get an Unfazed 135 outlook.com set up and I'll just forwarded it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Good on you. No, thank you for the guys last night that made that process so much easier. And I hate to say it, so much more enjoyable. I need to move on. I'm going to get myself into deep trouble. I am the respectful one. I am the clean one. I am the one that plays this by the book. Oh my word. I love it. Right. Okay. We are in to GR1s at, I can't even remember what track are we at? Spa. The track looked a little bit on the moist side a moment ago. Who have we got in? We've only got a few people in tonight. You see, I'm talking about having a rotation system where we've got 16 people, and how do we cope with more than that? And now I've only got 9. That is the way that it goes. So we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Ronin, Welsh Boy, Unfazed, D-Long, Strack Fury, me and Steve. And we are in to a 5-lap race with a 5-lap qualifying. So going to be about 10 minute or so race. And goodness knows what the weather is going to do around here. The Ardennes forest is never kind, and it didn't look kind earlier on. So is there anybody else out in YouTube land that is currently logging on and about to join us? If there are, I will wait a couple of minutes. But if I don't see any thumbs up within about the next 10-15 seconds, then I will carry on and we'll get this one underway. Because I did say we'd start at 10 past. But you know me, I never start on time because I'm a waffler. I'm a waffle man. God, that was my Tigger laugh, that was. Oh, gosh, it started already. Oh, dear. Incidentally, I apologise to everybody. We went on to sausages and gravy and all sorts of weird stuff last night. The inner child of Mitchell Morgan came out last night, and apparently I was making too many of you laugh that were racing, and you couldn't race because you were laughing your heads off. It isn't a policy to help me to win. It's just what I do. But I apologise to those that I messed up. Oh, I need some gloves. Right, here we go. This is going to be the first of the night. Let's get this one underway. We've just got those number of guys I called out. So just 9 in this one. Give me a nice little easy race. Although sometimes the QR1 cars aren't for everybody. The QR1 cars, the GR1 cars, the Group 1 cars, they are not for everybody. So let's see how we go tonight. I tell you what's interesting. I have got no sound. That's because I needed to turn my TV up. Oh boy, this car is quick. And it looks like the track is still soaking wet. Soaking wet. Is that into weather or is it going to dry out, I wonder? Okay, that is very much intermediate tyre weather. Yeah, very much intermediate tyre weather. Crumbs, we wanted rain at the Red Bull Ring and we didn't get it. Tonight, we have got rain straight out of the blocks. But what is going to happen? What is going to happen in the race? Are we going to get a dry race? Is it going to be a wet race? What is going to happen? Oh, catching me out already. Oi, oi, oi. And the other thing that's going to catch us out is we need to be running the soft and medium tyres on this one, even if it's deemed to be a wet race. How on earth is that going to work? That is a bug in Gran Turismo 7. I really wish that there was a forum where you could report this sort of stuff to PD, because if this is going to be a wet race, how can we be expected to run the racing soft and the racing medium tyres? Whoa, screen! Too busy jibber jabbering. Oh, fiddlesticks were off. Yeah, I've got to find a forum, or maybe I ought to start a forum where people can actually lobby PD. Let me know in the chat if there is a forum out there for lobbying Polyphony Digital about things that need to be addressed. I know they often talk to the likes of Rory and Kirith and some of the big YouTubers, but us little guys need a voice as well. Thank you. Whoop, that was a bit mushy, a bit lackadaisical, yeah, whatever. The other thing with these GR1 cars is they very quickly dry the track out. So over 5 laps, we could have 1 or 2 wet ones, dry the track out running on it, straight in for the softs and straight in for the mediums. So this could be a very strange race indeed. And then of course, if we have got a drying line, you need to make sure you stay in that drying lane, especially if you're on the you've got to stay in the drying lane if you've got slick tyres on. Otherwise you're going to do what I've just done and drift out. Right, I don't think I'm going to get a time, if I'm honest. This one might count, but if it does, I've got a penalty which is going to knock me back quite significantly. Oh, the other thing is I've put a couple of events up. One for this Friday, which is going to be the Decades run as I can't remember who's suggesting it. Was it number one Pops G Dad? Can't remember. Basically, we're going to run decade cars, and then I have got a doozy of an idea for Halloween. Whether it will pan out, whether it will happen, whether it will work, I haven't got a clue. But I've got an idea for something that, if it does work, will be hilarious and brilliant. I'm not going to say anything more than that. I've got plenty of information in the Discord about that. What do you want, Coach? You want to come and say hello, do you? You want to come and say hello? Right, so Jack Kobe, D-Locks, Greg White, Unfazed, me, Ronin, Welsh Boy, Drat Fury, Steve are your 9 runners in this one. Quite a few is in the 919 hybrids. Greg White is in the R18. Ronin is in the GR010. And Jack Fury is in that beast of a Sauber Mercedes. That has got some grunt down the straights. Hey, Wacky Debacky's in! Congratulations on your win yesterday, and commiserations on being smacked about in the first one. I managed to get through the melee and went on to get third, which was just gifted to me. But you rocked it in the second one, my friend. Great to see you in my lobby for the dailies. We were doing the daily race B yesterday, and I might try and do a few more of them later on if at all possible. But Wacky, absolutely brilliant to be racing with you. Rodney, good evening, my friend. Good evening. Right, I'm just going to double check the tyre situation on this one. Yes, we're on medium soft, and you need to run both the medium and the soft tyre on this one. So please bear that in mind. Just before we get going, oh my word. Oh my word. Okay. Put it this way. I'm going to start on inters. If all of us stay on inters, we're just all going to take a minute penalty if we don't run the appropriate tyres. Or is somebody prepared to jump onto the softs to not get that penalty? Oh, this is going to be very, very interesting. And it's sunny, which probably means it's going to be a dry track. Oh, I don't know. That still looks pretty damp out there. That still looks pretty damp. I'm going to go with the inters, and we'll see what happens. This is going to be an incredibly crazy race. It really is. There is no weather on the radar, but I suspect that this track is going to dry out pretty quickly. Now we find out who decided to go on the slick tyres. And who decided to go on inters. Oh, crikey. That is slippery, even on these tyres. We need a dry line forming. Pretty quick, smart. Let's just stay off the curbs for the moment. Oh. Was a little bit late on the early on the brakes there, I think. You can certainly tell who's got the wets and inter tyres on. Whoa. Certainly still into weather at the moment, without any shadow of a doubt. Starting to get a little bit of grip back. I'm still going to take it easy through the corners. Jacoby going wide. Come on, I'm faced, have him. Just trying to stay off the painted lines a little bit at the moment. It's like riding a motorbike, you want to stay right away from those white lines. Oh, as you see, getting up on the curve, it's horrible. The wheels just want to spin up. Come on, keep going. Just watching that intermediate tyre gauge at the moment, because there is definitely a dry line that is forming around this track right now, but you go offline, you need the inters. You can still see that there is spray coming off of the cars in front. Oh, I cut that one. Cut in behind Greg White, I think. There is definitely a dry line forming, but you can see the spray popping up off of Greg White's car. And when do you take the gamble for the soft tyres? And then can you keep off those spray areas and keep the tyres going? I've now got 3 guys in front that I can take a lead from. But I'm watching the guys at the back and how quickly they might be catching. Still spray flying up off the back of the cars in front. Oh, we don't want to get out there. We do not want to get out there. Stop looking at the chat, Mitchell. Is it time to pop in? Is it not? I don't know. I think I should have popped in. Ugh. Because I won't be able to run both tyres. I think I just made a mistake. Because we now will not be able to run both makes of tyres. I didn't calculate my laps properly. I need to throw water all over the track now. I didn't realise that was the end of lap 3. See, I've got to run both the racing soft and the racing mediums in this lap alone. That is a problem. I am not going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get round. I was going to go intermediates all the way, but that was just never going to happen. Unfortunately, when I made the mistake, I thought, oh, it's all right, we'll just stick with that, but not a chance. So again, we're on the final lap here. Wacky the Backy says it's been a great day for dailies today. Unfazed told me it was horrible earlier on. So I'm looking forward to getting into those a little bit later on. Hopefully I won't make the same mistakes I'm making here. Were you doing the daily race B today or C, Wacky? Which daily were you doing? Whoa. You're doing B. That's the one I'm planning on doing. Has it been pretty clean and tidy? I'm so looking forward to getting into those later. Ernie, thank you for the reminder about the like button. I appreciate that, my friend. Well, we will effectively be last in this one, I am afraid. Because I didn't do the tyres. Oh, crumbs. I'm only the guy that sets the rules, that's all. I'm only the one that sets the rules. I didn't count the laps. That's all. I completely misjudged laps. I thought I got 2 laps left. I could do one more, then come in, and then come in again. And I went across the line. I thought, no, that's lap 4. Then we got lap 5. No. Jack, the inters were gone, my friend. He says you should have stayed out and tried to keep a 1 minute plus gap, but the inters were done, completely done. It was sliding everywhere, and it just wasn't going to happen. Just was not going to happen. Unfazed, you should have stayed out. We had 2 pits, and maybe that 1 minute wouldn't have hurt that much. Yeah, the tyres were completely shot. There was not enough water on the track to keep them cool. It dried out so fast. It is what it is. I don't care. It is what it is. It is what it is. It looks like we still got 7th. And it gave me a nice little lap with Gr.B at the end there, actually. I know I put a wheel on the wet stuff and went wide on that corner that he went through, but otherwise, yeah, not too bad. I will save the replay on that one and I'll share it. Not that it's one I'm going to come back to anytime soon. Incidentally, we've got a replay video that's gone live today of an amazing race with Gamer Dan and Drac Fury, and I've got another one that's going out tomorrow morning. Oh my word, 4 cars on the line at the end. What a race that is. What a race that is. You're going to want to watch out for that one, because it is a good one. It's a good one. There we go. Right, so just uploading this file and then we'll get into it. So I've got 4 races tonight, and then I'm going to dive into VR and go into Daily Race B and see what we can do. It was an interesting day last night. I'll come to that one in a minute. So Gr.B was your winner with a 2:07.9. Greg White in second with a 2:11.2. Unfazed in third with a 2:08.9. Welsh Boy in fourth. D-Lock's fifth. Jack Fury sixth. I got 7th. Steve got 8th. And Ronin with the fastest lap with a 2:05.2, but it didn't change the tyres. I hate that, where you got a wet race and you still got to do both compounds. It's wrong, PD. Get it sorted. Right, your top 3, Gr.B, Greg White and Unfazed. Congratulations to the 3 of you. Okay, quiet night tonight. A really quiet night. After yesterday, which was manic, a quiet one this evening. We're off to Daytona now in the GR3s, I believe. A longish race, this one. 11 laps. 11 laps, this one. The randomiser's thrown up some longish races tonight, which has really surprised me. What have we got here? We're at Daytona Road Course. We're in the GR3 cars. 11 laps. The tyre wear and the fuel consumption is 2 and 2. I think I've got light damage on this one. I'll check in a moment. And racing medium, no pit. I just want to double check. So 11 laps. Variable weather. 5 and 5. Oh, 5 and 5 for the tyre wear. I'm pretty sure that should be 2 and 2. I'm going to change that in a moment. 5 and 5. And racing medium tyres, no need to pit. Yeah, 5 and 5 should be 2 and 2. We did change that, and I haven't changed it in the game. So let me just change that down to 2 and 2. And we will save. I'm going to leave that as it is. I'll just put it to 2 and 2 at the moment. What's up? What do you want? What do you want? I'm working. I'm busy. I'm busy, mate. I am. What do you want? What do you want? What's up? What do you want? What do you want? Hoda is definitely after something, and I haven't got a clue what he's after. He's going to go absolutely catatonic at me a minute. He's got that look in his eye. His tail, the end of his tail is wagging. He's pouring me. He wants something, and he's going to go completely crazy in a minute. I just know he is. He's got that look in his eye. He's going to turn into a crazy fool, much like me. Where are we tyre wise? Racing mediums, I think I said. We're on racing medium. Okay, that's good. So we'll enter that one. And assuming that Coda lets me, we'll get the qualifier of this one at 21:45. So 5 minutes. Ooh, so who have we got in at the moment? We've got Greg White. I don't know Jeff. I don't know Jeff either. Greg White, Ronin, Welsh Boy. I don't know Jeff. Unfazed, Jack Fury, myself, Trigger, Jack Covey, and D-Locks. So just 10 tonight. So there's all this talk about, oh, I need to manage more than 16 people. We will going forwards. But tonight, not the case. Although Tuesday night very often is daily race night. A lot of people off doing the daily races. They've done their prep on the Monday. They want to get into the daily races on Tuesday to get their DR inched up. And then if it turns into a pump fest and their DR's tanking, then they'll all be back tomorrow into the lobbies. So we'll see how things go tomorrow. But yeah, just a few people in tonight. Just a few. I actually quite like it when it's like this. Oh, Steve is currently off work due to an injury, statutory sick pay. Oh, mate, that sucks. I hope you are getting yourself well. I really do. I hope that you are well very soon. I hope it's nothing too drastic. Let's just dive out on track just for a moment, just while I'm sitting here. Got a long pit exit. You could almost disappear and make yourself a cup of tea on this exit. Again, this is going to be weird because I was doing this one the other week in VR, and some of my braking points are very different in 2D than they are in VR. Completely missed my pedal then. That was why I went round. My foot slipped off the pedal. Jack Kobe, go, 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 go! I couldn't get through there. I thought there was room up the inside. There wasn't. Sorry, Jack. I'm sorry, my friend. I thought he was sort of like going more the middle of the track, and I thought there was enough room between his car and the wall. Alas, there wasn't. As we went through there, the gap disappeared. And we just caught each other. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, okay, I've been that one. Let me just see where we're on 45. So let's just get the qualifying underway. In this one, we've got Jack Kobe, Greg Wyatt, Ronin, Welsh Boy, I Don't Know, Unfazed, D-Lock, Strat Fury, Mitchell, and Trigger. So just 10 of us in this one. Just 10 racers. Oh, ho, ho. Ba, ba, ba. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm completely out of touch with the chat right now. Right, let's get going. So, racing medium, no need to pit on this one. Straightforward sprint race. Not sure whether we need to keep the tyre and fuel wear on this one. We will have to think on that one. We'll see how we go. Oh, night time is set in. Learning my lesson to just be a little bit more progressive on the accelerator on this car, not just to bury it. That back end will come round if we're not careful. We also don't need to rev this out fully. And then the bus stop is all important here. I went in a little bit too deep at the bus stop. Might have been using racing soft tyres when I did this before. Racing mediums, a little less forgiving, need to brake just a tad earlier. So we'll just keep that in mind. Yes, definitely need to brake just a little bit earlier. We went well deep there. We should get another lap in, so let's fling this one around the track as quickly as we can and see if we can get in for another one. Although I don't want to ruin the race, not the race, but the quali for the guys behind. So we'll just keep that in mind, but I do need to make sure that we keep this clean, no penalties, and that we get around for another one. So can't hang around. Stay up high and let this car through. Although we need to be careful through the chicane here. We'll back off a little bit. Oh, that could be a penalty. That could have been the one thing I didn't want to do. No. Thankfully that penalty has been served, so hopefully this next one will count. Right, Welsh Boy getting a little bit wayward through there. Thankfully he's just quit back to the pits after setting his fast lap. So that's given me a clear run. So thank you, Welsh Boy, for that. Now all we've got to do is make sure that we nail this one, because we do not have a decent a decent lap time in, not pit time, lap time. Just braking ever so slightly earlier than I was before. Okay, we're now into overtime. Just about to. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are now into the end of the period. So we've got to make this work. We've so got to make this work. We've now got a straight run to the line. I think we're okay through there. I hope we're okay through there. Just holding the yellow line, holding the yellow line, holding the yellow line. Then we can come down onto the yellow line now. Make sure that we don't get all four wheels over the line, but we can straddle it. Bring us to the line as quickly as we can. We get fifth. Oh, sick. I was just about to celebrate a top 5. Alas, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. We're down to 7th and dropping. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not good. Jack, the Spa one, 7 laps. I think that's actually a good shout. Because if we do get an issue with the tyres with rain, then that would give us an extra few laps. So Spa race, make 7 laps, and that was the GR1. I can't remember the number for that one, but I think that is a good call, a very good call. Let me just very quickly make that change in the randomizer. What room number was it? 93. So if we bring that up, so room 93, and we want to take that up to 7 laps. We'll save that record away, and that is done, my friend. That is a good call. Very good call. Yes, I like that. I like that. Done. Done. So the Spa race that we did first of all is now 2 laps longer. So if we do get a wet race, we've still got 2 laps at a certain point to come in and change the tyres. Magic call, my friend. Josie, hello. What's going on here then? License and registration, please, Mr. PlayStation Racer. Why do you want my license and registration? What have I done? What have I done? That's got me worried. What have I done? What have I done? Jonesy, you're going to have to fill me in. Hello. What's going on here then? A license and registration, please. It sounds like a policeman. Hello. This is Dixon of Dot Green. What's going on here then? A license and registration, please. What have I done? What did I do? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh, here we go. Let's get this one underway. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we're lining up behind Unfazed. And almost ramming him. Well, that's going to bunch things up a little bit. You can really see a way through there. So just erred on the side of caution. Just doing the same through here. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, we've got some time to make up now. Well, you certainly know why PC Jonesy is after Mitchell Morgan today, because he's clearly on the old alcohol. I reckon this car just does not want to brake or go in a straight line or anything. Something is a bit wacky, I'll give you that. Something is very wacky. Why have I come in? Why did I come in? I just wanted to say hello to the guys, I think. Oh man. Oh. No, don't want to do that one. What we want to do for this one is go into there, because what I want to do, I want to do this. 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 I want to go on board with these guys, because I was watching there, and the last time we did this, we had a phenomenal race. And I think we're going to have a good race here as well. I was just watching the group there, and at the moment you've got D-Locks out front being chased by Unfazed. You've got Ronin, who's got Greg White coming up the inside to make a fantastic move as we go into the bus stop. Hard on the brakes, he's got that one made. Can Ronin do anything about that on the exits? He's got a great exit. He's 4 cars all together. This is why I have jumped out of this race, because I could see this was going on. My attention was not on racing, it was on the track map, and I could see this group just bunched together, and I was thinking, this is just too good an opportunity to miss. We've got Ronin has hit the front now, Unfazed in second. Unfazed right hard on his heel as we go into the first corner. Hard on the brakes, Unfazed makes a dive down the inside. That's never going to work. He goes wide, just rubbing Ronin. They've both got through the corner. I think Ronin's got the red mist. He wants to get that place back. He's going down the inside. He's going to get that one done, but Unfazed is going around the outside. Can he get it done? No, the Genesis is on the power. The Genesis is going to be on the outside for this corner. He tucks in behind Unfazed. But I think that Genesis knows where he can make that move. The Genesis is good under braking. He's taken a slightly wider line into that corner to get a little bit of an undercut on the way out. He's got Greg White on his back bumper though. Greg White 2 wheels on the grass as we went through there. Unfazed has hit the front, but he's got Ronin right tight on his back bumper. We got Greg White, who's looking for different lines as well. Oh, Ronin's gone high on the banking. Quite an unusual line, that one. Greg White trying to get underneath. I think he may well get that done. Ronin's in danger of losing a place here. D-Locks is off the back a little bit, and I think that has given Unfazed a little bit of an advantage to pull away. 0.6 at the moment as they head into the bus stop. Greg White does make that additional place. Unusual line for Ronin there, but it is really bunched up still. We've got Unfazed, who's 0.6 ahead of Greg White, who's 0.3 ahead of Ronin, just 0.4 behind is D-Locks, and just 0.4 behind D-Locks is Jack Kobe, who's running fast. I don't know, Jeff is 0.4 behind, and then we've got Drac Fury a little bit off the back of this group. But basically you've got 6 cars here, and it really could be any one of these guys that could do this. Look, they all bunch up into the first corner. Oh, Ronin gets a little bit wide there. The back of the car stepped out. D-Locks just managing to keep out of the door. There might have been a bit of a touch there, but I think that it was more that Ronin did lose the back end of that car. So he's dropped off the this little front group of 5 at the moment, but it's only lap 4 of 11, and I think that Ronin's going to be right back in this. Gr.B having a look around the outside of D-Locks. That wide line is often an issue, and it's giving, I don't know, an opportunity to get up the inside. He's almost there. Not quite. Gr.B 2 wheels on the grass there. I think Greg White was a little bit loose on the way through there as well. But at the moment, it is unfazed out front by 0.6. D-Locks 0.6 ahead of Gr.B. Gr.B has got, I don't know, Jeff, right on his back bumper, just 0.4 away as they head down into the bus stop for the 4th time. Tyres and fuel look okay at the moment, but looking at the fuel, that could be interesting. Fuel could be interesting in this one. Is anybody saving fuel? Are they going for it? But I still think it's any one of these 6 racers that could be in here. The Ford just jittering around a little bit on the suspension there. Gr.B wondering if the car in front's got the jitters, but he's got a beautiful slipstream here as we go across the start finishing line to start lap number 5. Is Gr.B going to get a move around the outside? No, I think he's going to... Oh, wow. It's all changed. Unfazed went deep. Or was there a touch in there? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, coming out of that corner, Gr.B's now in front by 0.4. I don't know, Jeff followed through with Greg White 1.5 seconds behind. Then we've got Unfazed and D-Locks pinned together on this one. So I think that Gr.B and I don't know, Jeff, definitely making light of that situation. Greg White getting the back end of that Supra a little bit loose as well. Unfazed unable to do anything about that as they come around for the banking curve for the 5th time of asking. Again, the back end of that Supra on Greg White's car very, very loose. Jonesy, it looked like Unfazed missed his braking point into that first corner. Thank you for that, Jonesy. It's great that I have got a co-commentator who's watching what's going on. So it looks like Unfazed missed his braking point. I'm going to assume that he took another car with him, and that let Gr.B and I don't know, Jeff through. So it is Gr.B 1 second ahead of I don't know, Jeff at the moment. That is 1.5 seconds, but that was close to a corner cut by I don't know, Jeff. All 4 wheels off the road there. Did he get away with that? If he did, that was jolly close. It looks like it may well have been millimetre perfect driving by I don't know, Jeff, to maintain that 2nd place. But Gr.B very slow, very slow indeed. Oh, was that a penalty for Gr.B? That has demoted him to 2nd place. I don't know, Jeff in 1st right now. The fuel situation looking very, very interesting. The tyre situation looking absolutely fine. Greg White is now right back in the mix with these 3 racers. I don't know, Jeff from Gr.B, from Greg White. Behind Unfazed, he's still in contention, just 2 seconds off the pace, as is Ronin. Ronin fighting back after that mistake where that Genesis got a little bit wide. He's got the windscreen wipers on. Does that mean that there is some moisture on the track? Does one of the cars up front have a leak? Is there moisture and rain in the air? I'm not quite sure, but the windscreen wipers on that Genesis working overtime right now. The other cars not really having much look. The Porsche's not got their windscreen wipers on at the moment. Not sure about the Supra. Haven't had a front look at the Supra. Still can't really see. No, it looks like it's just Ronin that feels he needs to keep that windscreen clear. Maybe one of the cars up front has got a little bit of moisture they're giving off. Has one of them got a fluid leak? Is there going to be a mechanical failure that is going to change the outcome of this race? And if so, which car is it? Is it Unfazed who dropped back to 4th? Was that why he missed his braking point? Was it that he didn't miss his braking point? There was just some moisture on the rear wheels, but as we are on board with these guys, Gr.B, Greg White, and I don't know, absolutely together. There is nothing between these guys as they cross the line. for lap number 6. I knew this was going to be a good race. I could sense it was going to be a good race. I have backed out of it, and I'm so glad that I did. As we go into the first corner, Gr.B looking for a way around the outside of Greg White. Oh, don't know, put it into the wall there. Oh, that is a schoolboy error. Unfortunately, he's caught him out. An impeccable race up until that point. Unfazed, having a look. Can he get by? No. Jeff has gathered that up. He's gathered that up. Unfazed is still there. Just ahead, we've got Greg White to Gr.B at the moment. Leading, I don't know, Jeff with Unfazed. So tight on his back bumper. You could imagine the two cars, but he goes up the inside with an audacious move that he's made. A beautifully clean move. I don't know, Jeff giving Unfazed just enough room. Unfazed keeping it tight to the curb. That is respectful driving if ever I saw it. Ronin just off the back, but Greg White from Gr.B. Gr.B needs to wind that Kobe juice in. I think Gr.B needs to push that little button, get a little bit more Kobe juice in that tank. He just needs that little bit more. Or has Greg White got this in hand? Or is it Gr.B that has dropped the moisture on the track that has Ronin's windscreen wiper on? Ronin's windscreen wiper is still going. There is definitely a car up front that must be losing some fluid because there is no moisture in the air. The sunshine is out at Daytona. There is not a cloud in the sky. There's certainly no rain, but we've definitely got a car around here with the windscreen wipers on. Is that, I don't know, Jeff? Is it Unfazed? Is that why he outbroke himself? Is it Gr.B? Is that why he slipped to first place? I don't think it's Greg White. Greg White has got this well under control. He's out front and he's going well. 1.4 seconds, 1.5 now. And pulling out more of a margin, 1.6. He is making time on the rest all the time. As they go round that tight hairpin, we have got Gr.B 1.6 behind now. 2.7 ahead of, I don't know, Jeff. The main race for the podium though is between I don't know, Jeff and Unfazed. Unfazed just 0.8 behind at the moment. I don't know, Jeff made one or two little mistakes. Unfazed will have seen those. Is Unfazed learning where I don't know, Jeff is potentially vulnerable? Does he know where he's quick? Does he know where he might be able to pounce? Who knows? Who knows in this one? Ronin still with those windscreen wipers going. A little bit further back, we've got Welsh Boy going well in 6th. We've got Drac Fury in the Beetle in 7th in a new livery from what I can see. Very flowery. D-Locks in 8th. Trigger back in 9th at the moment. But still your leader with 1.5 seconds is Greg White. Greg White controlling this race really nice now. As we're coming into the last bank section before we will start lap number 9. So 3 to go at the end of this one. Greg White, 0.6. He's lost a little bit through the bus stop there. Gr.B must have had a blinding run through the bus stop. He's 3.5 seconds ahead of I don't know, Jeff now. So pulling out time all the time. You can see that Gr.B is deep down on that yellow line as well, looking for every single ounce of opportunity and performance. Oh! Greg White gets it wrong into the first corner. Badly wrong. That has put him down to 5th. It's all turned on ahead. Commentator's curse may be, but Greg White had that race fully under control. I think he did the same as, I don't know, Jeff, and he put it into that horrible barrier. I say it's a schoolboy error. It really isn't. It catches out the best of us. And here it's catching out some of the best. Now, can Gr.B stay out of it? Gr.B gifted a 4-second lead on lap 9. It really doesn't get any easier than that. He can wind in the Kobe juice. There's no need for it. I don't know, Jeff is reasonably comfortable in 2nd place. Unfazed in 3rd. Ronin now in 4th. Greg White must be absolutely seething in there. He had this one in the bag, and unfortunately Lady Luck has frowned upon him in the deepest possible way, and it's not happening. And worse still, Greg White now has Welsh Boy breathing down his neck, just 1.7 seconds behind. Greg White just half a second away from Ronin now. Ronin's windscreen wipers still going 10 to the dozen. Maybe he's just got a broken wiper motor on that car. Greg White has got a half-second penalty into the bargain. It cannot get any worse for Greg White right now. It seems to be that the game is throwing every obstacle at Greg White at this precise moment in time. But do you know what? He's not giving up. He's going for it. He's right up with Ronin. Ronin binning it big time. I think he had to get out of the back of Unfazed there across the grass. Welsh Boy doing a fantastic job to get past Ronin there to claim a 5th place. Greg White up into 4th now. Unfazed promoted to 3rd. So even at this late stage, we're still seeing errors that are deciding the outcome of this particular race. One of the few people that... Oh, Gr.B is in 2nd now. So what happened to Jack? There's all sorts going on in this race. There really is. What has happened? Are we now into fuel saving mode? We could be. We've got a lap and a half to go, and the fuel is not looking good on 1 or 2 of these cars. Is this going to decide the outcome now? Have we just hit panic stations by 1 or 2 of these drivers? And that has changed things up a bit. I don't know, Jeff. Half a second from Gr.B. Gr.B, I thought, had it all. He's completely sideways through the bus stop. I have a suspicion that Jack went grass surfing as well. John Bourne, thank you. Another of my co-commentators, if I can get my words out. So Gr.B will be annoyed at himself. He threw away a massive lead. And now he needs to get that back. Going across the start finishing line, we've got Gr.B side by side with I don't know. He's going to try and go around the outside into the first corner. That is going to be a cool move if he can knock that off. They're still side by side. I don't know, giving Gr.B just enough room. Gr.B 2 wheels on the grass again. He's got the inside line, but no, he thinks better of it. Oh, but I don't know, goes deep. Gr.B imitation pass, if ever I saw one there. I don't know, deep on the grass now. He's going to lose 2 more places here. Greg White is going to go through for 2nd, Unfazed for 3rd. Another unforced error, I think, by, I don't know, Jeff there. I think that was just Gr.B and Jeff leaving the braking super duper late, and I think that Jeff might have got on the marbles there and just outbroke himself a bit. So we got a bit of everything in this one. This is turning into another PSR classic. Only a few runners in this, but boy, this is not disappointing, and I am so glad that I had my little incident when I was looking at the track map and thinking, this is shaping up to be a good one. It certainly is. Gr.B now, he's got the lead out to 3 seconds. Greg White is still pushing on. He's just 1.1 ahead of Unfazed, but at the moment it's Gr.B from Greg White, from Unfazed, from I don't know, Welsh Boy, Ronin, then Delox and Jack Fury. Greg White using all of the curbs through the bus stop. Unfazed doing the same, and I don't know, these guys are all really pushing. Oh, Greg White now with a half-second penalty. This isn't over. This is not over. Unfazed is less than 1 second behind Greg White by 0.04 of a second. Oh, it's gone out to a second. This is going to be close. It's down under a second. Oh, what was that on the line? I think that Unfazed did enough. I think Unfazed did enough to get the place, but we are going to have to see. Gr.B a comfortable first, but the stewards racing to the screens now to double check the bus stop exit by Greg White there. Did he pick up a penalty? Did Unfazed close the gap enough? We wait with bated breath. Gr.B was your winner. 6 points raised, but who got 2nd? Who got 3rd? Let's save the replay. What an exciting race. That was stunning. I am so glad that I dropped out of that one. The replay on that is saved. Only Ball, good night, my friend. You need to get up early to take his son to work. Jack, good race. Enjoyed watching. That was stunning. Unfazed. I'd like a correction. I never missed a break point. D-Lock smacked into him. Oh, so my co-presenter got it wrong. It was an incident on track. I did wonder, and I did notice that D-Locks had actually gone wide as well, obviously giving the place back by way of an apology to Unfazed. I did wonder why both of those two guys had dropped back. I don't want to do that. I want to go into the result. The result. Oh, Greg White kept the place. So Jack Kobe in first with a 145.4. Greg White in second with a 145.6. Unfazed gets the third step with a 146.7. I don't know Jeff with a 146.2 in fourth. Then we've got Welsh Boy in fifth, Roan in sixth, D-Locks in seventh, and Drat Fury in eighth. Trigger in ninth, and unfortunately I did bail on that one. As I said, I just saw a smashing race forming there. Jack Kobe, Greg White, and Unfazed, your top three. Jack Kobe, vote to go GR4 for the next one. That would be GR1, GR3, GR4. What have we got for the next one? I don't even know what the next one is. Okay, so the next one was supposed to be... guys, let me know what you feel about the next one. Sainte Croix B and the Gr.B cars. Not one that I particularly like, if I'm perfectly honest. I did frown a little bit when this one came up. Would you like to do this one in the Group 4s? My vote for that is yes. I would imagine that Jack Kobe is a yes on that one. Welsh Boy is a Group B yes, or he wants to go Group B. What say we? What say we? The car of choice is the Group B. I should be going with the Group B really. The Group B would certainly throw a spanner in the works. Unfazed, it's not a dirt track. Group 4 is better. Wayne says Group 4. I'm getting more Group 4s. Welsh Boy, I think that we are going Group 4 on this one, I'm afraid. I might need to change this. So we go back to racing tyres. I'm going to go all racing tyres. No pit stop required. How many laps have we got on this? 5 laps. Okay, so we'll change the event setting. D-Locks is Group 4. Greg White's Group 4. Drat Fury's Group B. Jonesy, save the Group B until next week, please. Jonesy likes the Group B stuff. We'll go with Group 4 on this one. Am I actually going to do a race this time? Or am I going to drop into a commentary one? I did enjoy the commentary on that one. Very, very much so. I'm going to go qualifier at 22:25. Now, the only thing I need to do is I just need to have a quick look at the qualifying 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. Hopefully that will be enough. It's a long old track, this one. It's probably going to be one on a flyer. I think it's going to be an outlap on a flyer, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm going to be back in just a second. I just need to check on Coda. I'll be back in just a mo. Ooh, sorry. we're all good. Except it was dark downstairs and I just fell over him. You might have heard. I just fell over him. Right, okay, GR4s. GR4. Which one should we go for? I think we'll go. We got all sorts in this one. I'm going to go for this one. What tyres? Racing, any tyres, wasn't it? Car settings, racing soft. That'll do me. Whew. Oh, we've lost Trigger. Here we've got Jacoby, Scott Cheggers, Greg Wyatt, Ronin, Welsh Boy, I don't know, Unfazed, D-Lox, Track Fury, myself, and number one Pops. You've got 11 runners in this one. Trigger, are you coming back? Or have you disappeared? Wayne, only viewing, but still prefer GR4. Trigger, what's Group B? Group B is the rally cars, absolutely. Good evening, Racer. DM. Good evening. Trig, are you running with us? Skipping this one. Okay, not a problem. Okay, right. So I'm just going to pop out on track for a moment. I just want to get a lap in. Great track, this one. Not necessarily one that we do a lot, and it's quite technical on this one. And I have got the opportunity. Got to take the Kappa walk. Enjoy your walk. I've got Welsh Boy to chase. I'm going to be watching the track map a little bit on this one. Do need to back out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why we had Group B cars on this track. Absolutely no idea. It completely threw me earlier on. I can only imagine that is a mistake on my part in the randomizer. It's a race, this one has never come up before. So I can only imagine that on my data import that was a mistake on my part. There are still quite a few races that haven't come up. We got a load of Jack was talking to me earlier on some Red Bull X 2019 races in the randomizer, Seaside and Gardens, and another track as well that have never come up. So there are still a few more. Racer just saying he loves the RB19. So I think we've got 3, maybe 4 races for the Red Bull car. Takes some real getting used to, that one. The randomizer's not thrown those up yet, so still a few. Some races come up more frequently than others. It's just the nature of the beast. And Jack Fury has given me about 4 more to go into the randomizer. I did put the carts at, was it the carts? The kart race the other day that we did that everybody liked and wanted to go in the randomizer. That one has now gone in. I'm being reminded to pit. Whatever. Now there is normally a corner cut there that you've got to be really, really careful of. There is a temptation to really jump that green patch, and you do need to cut it, but you need to be very, very careful how much you do actually cut that. This one can be a really tight little corner as well. If you get it on the grass, you can lose the back end as I did there. So again, precision to keep your wheels on the curbs is fairly key through there. Right, let me just see where we are with regards to time. So we're 22:25. Unfazed is trying to trick me into pitting. Yes, mate, of course. Just make sure you pit. I'll pit if you do. In this one, Jacoby, Scott Cheggers, Greg White, Ronin, Welsh Boy, I don't know, Unfazed, D-Lox, Jack Fury, me, and number one. And I'm just looking down this list of drivers. Have you seen this? Look, A plus, A plus, A, B, B, B. And I would like to point out there are a couple of guys in there that I know should be A plus. I know that there is. Unfazed. I absolutely promise that if you pit, I'll come in and pit as well. Promise, 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 promise. Is he watching the stream or just listening? We shall see. We shall see. I could be in deep doo-doo later on. I could be in deep trouble. Let's get the qualifying underway. Let's get the qualifying underway. Unfazed, I'm going to pit and put intermediate tyres on, and I'm still going to beat you. Oh, my word. So is everybody racing today? Are we all in the YouTube chat? I think we are, aren't we? Is Scott in the YouTube chat? I think D-Lox is in there. Probably is. I can't remember. Oh, I don't know the different names of different people. I need to get those down at some point and just make sure that I know the GT7 name and the YouTube chat name. Yeah, one of the things we are going to be pushing is to make sure that people are in the YouTube chat. Sometimes it's probably going to come to light that people aren't in the YouTube chat when somebody gets asked a question and they don't respond. If that happens, I really, really, really want you guys to say, oi, so-and-so wasn't in the chat, so that I can try and reach out to them and say, look, please, can you be in the chat? Because this is part of what we do and the reasons why. Because some people don't realise the importance of the YouTube chat. They think it is just me trying to get subscribers, which it isn't. Yes, I do need you to be a subscriber, because asking people to subscribe in the YouTube chat means that we keep the trolls and the problem people away. As soon as I turned that off, we got all sorts of language and all sorts of unsavoury stuff going on, which I really didn't want. And so I've insisted on people subscribing. But it is more than that. It is about community. It's about engaging together as a community, and for people primarily to apologise when there's been an issue on chat, and then for the person that was bumped to have the opportunity to come in with a reply. I don't care what the reply is. Reply could be, no problem mate, that's absolutely fine, which happens 99% of the time. Or it could be, no, you were out of order, you should have whatever. You know, you have a right to reply, but one of the things that we do want you doing is replying, because otherwise it looks like, you know, the apology is given, it's not acknowledged, and in some respects that can be seen as being a little bit disrespectful in itself, especially as our rule is that you will be in the chat. And here's the rule. Woo! Here we go. Right, let's settle down. What have I got behind me? Ronin. Oh, we know Ronin is quick. Unfortunately, I do not have enough time to let these guys through and then come back for another lap. So, alas, unfortunately, Ronin and I are racing each other. He's gone through now. But now I've got somebody else coming through behind me. Oh, just trying to stay out the way of the Genesis. Whoa, I don't know, sorry about that. I had a spinning Supra in front of me and I had nowhere to go. I don't know, Jeff, on the inside of me, going on the outside into that corner. I had a spinning Supra and it's like, where do I go? My rule is to go behind the car that is spinning, but I could see that gap was disappearing fast in the radar as the Genesis was coming through as well. Ah, that was crazy. Right, here we go, just getting through here, got on the power, and then there's a comment from Steve there. I have headphones on so I wouldn't hear you, but I would always wait and apologise after the race, and that's all we ask. Give the place back as soon as it is safe to do so, and after the race. A lot of people jump into during the race, and that puts the auto drive on, but after the race, drop into the YouTube chat and just say, look mate, I'm really sorry, this is what happened, I didn't mean it. And do you know what? It smooths over 99% of the problems. It's just such a massive, massive difference. And I get people contacting me, new people in particular, saying, this YouTube chat really, really works. You really need to push it more. So I am going to be pushing it more. Oh, I'm on the grass and in the wall. Oh. Did we get over the line? Yes, we did. It's at Drak Fury, and that it is. He's in the Lambo. I need to let Drak Fury through. He's so much quicker than me. But it's like, Drak, if you're listening, flash your lights when you want to come through, mate, and I'll give you some room, because you're so much quicker than me, and I'm holding you up on this qualifying lap, which is not fair. Right, go on the right hand side, right hand side, right hand side, right hand side. Let's just let him through. He's so much quicker in that Lambo, I tell you. I've seen Drak Fury's got so quick lately in the Beetle, and now in this Lamborghini that he's found. Really quick racer. And I actually did a video which I think went out today. That's the one. I did two with Drak Fury and Gamer Dan in a race-long battle that was awesome. That one went out live, and he's in the Beetle, his favourite little Beetle, the GR3s. What a race that was, I tell you. Thrills and spills, but those two going nose to tail, and yeah, really, really good. And we've got another one coming out tomorrow, which is a blinding race. It's one of the races that we had last night, and there are 4 cars on the line, and in fact almost 5. Unfortunately, Unfazed was just off the back of him. He had a front row seat to one of the best finishes you are ever likely to see in a race. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. And all the way through the end, I couldn't keep up with it. The lead was changing all the time. I didn't quite get to finish that one. I needed to be a little bit longer. I did say I thought we were only going to get one flying lap in there. But yeah, 2 phenomenal races. What I will do for that one, before anybody says, is to increase the timer as Jack Kobe has just said, and unfortunately it's 99, which makes it a little bit difficult for me to do that. Let me just go into 99 and just try and set the regulations. Finish delay, I need that to be max, I think max seconds. We'll save that away, and we'll close that window. So that is now in the randomizer as well. Lots of changes going on in the randomizer at the moment. Scoob, all good, Mitchell. Knew you had nowhere to go. Cool. So you must be, I don't know who I ran off then now. Who's Scoob? Who are you in the game? Are you Jeff? Yeah. So you are I_don't_know_Jeff. I'll make a note of that for a little bit later on. I have a double name, so you know I am Mitchell Morgan in the game. I'm PlayStation Racer in YouTube chat, so I can't complain. But I get really confused when different names in the chat and different names in the game, and I'm having to try and balance the two again a little bit. And I know a lot of you have actually changed your name to be the same when you're racing regularly with me, and I humbly thank you for doing that. It does make my life a lot easier, even if I don't do the same. Right, good luck everybody. We know the rules. I'm not going to go through them. Just have an absolutely cracking race. Do you know what? If I get the GT wheel with this Logitech, I'm so going to miss that clutch lever that I use for the handbrake for my starts. Well, there's two reasons why, if Logitech are listening, that I haven't gone that route. One is I know I'm going to miss the paddles. Why have you not put them on the hub? I think that is an oversight. And number two is you could buy the Xbox wheel, or you can buy the PC wheel, but you can't buy a PS wheel. I suspect it's a licensing thing. So in one of Kira's videos just recently, where he is doing an unboxing and a review of the hub, because he absolutely loves that wheel, he raves about it, he's on a PS5 and he's got the Xbox wheel, so he's got a silly white Xbox badge right in the middle of his wheel, and I absolutely refuse to put a Microsoft Xbox badge on my PS5. It will mess with my OCD up like you wouldn't believe. So Logitech, if you're listening, come on, get it sorted. We want a PlayStation logo on that wheel. If it's a licensing thing, just get it done, and I'll order one. I'll order one tomorrow. I'd love it. I would like the GT wheel, but I'm not going to do it. I'll even buy one without the second set of shifters, the paddles for the clutch. But come on, give me a PlayStation button, please. Please, 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 please. Whoa, I got a Lambo coming down the inside. Just having to give that car a little bit of room. Who was that? It's Deluxe. Oh, but he's got a 1 second penalty. Oh! Change down gear, 1 gear too many there. Just lost the back end. That's let too many cars through there, so we're going to have to get on with this now. Thankfully didn't actually get a penalty, but I did let a few cars through there. Wow, that takes me back. Ford Credit on that car in front. Ford Motor Credit was did a lot of business with them back in the day. And we used to buy cars off of the system that we had. I can't remember what it was now. Only 2 people were allowed to buy cars, the MD and me. When he was on holiday, I used to be able to buy cars from Ford Motor Company. It was like their used car bit. Back in the day. Whoa, got onto the grass a little bit there. Number 1 pops just a little bit behind, but chasing. Right, it looks like somebody in real life has got a BMW 318 for sale. That is a nice motor. Oh, it's a 316 Ti. I read that wrong. 316. Jonesy, is there an Auto Trader advert, or is there some sort of internet advert for that anywhere? Do you want to throw it up in the chat? Just drop the URL in there so that people can have a nose at that. I'm more than happy for you to throw that in there. Well, I actually went through there nicely for once. Let's just keep this together. Keep it out of the wall. Guys in front really quick. Really, really quick. Oh, Ronin's gone round. Ronin dropped it there. Where on earth do we brake for this corner? Couldn't really see. So just got caught out a little bit there. Just managing to keep it out the wall there, right on the back of Welsh boy. Respect on the back of his car, plus the PSR rating. Thank you for that, my friend. I don't know why, it just put a little bit of a smile on my face when I see the hashtag respect or respect on the back of people's cars and our logo. It's just, it's a little thing, but it's nice. It is nice. The PSR logo is shared. Didn't quite get the legs on that one. Welsh boy just slightly better than me. We're gonna have to keep pushing harder. We have got the slipstream here. Oh, but I've gone into the grass there. I completely missed the corner. I couldn't see. I was unsighted. A little bit brave through there. And into the gravel. Pushing a little bit too hard. Enjoying the race up front as well, so we're going to have to work hard to try and get on the back of that little group now, which is going to be easier said than done, especially with the clout of the wall and now damage. Hopefully that damage will clean up, and trouble is I've got to dry my socks off. Oh, damage on the other side now as well. Oh, I'm going to have number one pops behind me soon. Ronin can't get on with the game at the moment. Ronin, for what it's worth, I went through that with the new physics. It took me a while. It took me a good couple of weeks to get settled in. The only way that I could get through that was by literally jumping into the GR3 car that I hate and just racing it and racing it and racing it and racing it and racing it. I can't tell you how many races I threw away, how many times I spun, and thankfully we're sort of getting back there, although I think we've got heavy damage and the front of my car is completely wiped out. So we're on lap 4 or 5 and I've got number one pops is going to be right tight up behind me anytime soon, but I have got no aero on the front of this car. I've got no braking, I've got no nothing, so having to just nurse this home right now. We'll keep pushing, but unfortunately, yeah, a little error on my part, and we've let that little group of 3 that I was just on the back of get away. That's 7.5 seconds down the road now. That's how much time we are losing, and we're losing time all the time, not only because of the damage but also because of the lack of aero. It's costing me boatloads of time. Oh, Ronin, you haven't rage quit, have you, mate? Oh no. Mind you, we've got enough people in, but normally I frown on people rage quitting. But see you next time, my friend. Sometimes the only way of getting over things is to face your fears and just dive in and go for it. If it's just a one-off night, I can understand. Otherwise, it's a case of just getting stuck in. I'm quite lucky because I have to do this every night. Otherwise I'll get lynched. I don't have to do it every night, that's not true. I want to do it every night. I love this game, I love this, what we're doing. I use it to relax, and I as we said the other night, passionate about this game now and the community and everything that this is becoming. It's so much more than just Gran Turismo, and that keeps me coming back night after night after night after night after night. But that helps me. For those of you that don't have that, I would say, just if you get into a situation where you're struggling with the game, do one of two things: have a break and come back, or work through it, whatever works for you. Some people, a break is as good as a rest. A break is a rest. Change is as good as a rest, but now have a break, then come back to it. But the only thing I would say is have a break, but don't stay away too long. I know too many people that have a break and then they just stay away, and they never actually get back into it, and then they struggle to get back into it properly when they've been away for a while, and then frustrations really kick in. Where are we? 7.3 behind Welsh Boys, so we are falling back a little bit with this damage. Not as much as I thought. If only I'd kept it together and not had those two bumps. I think I could have been with those guys. I think I am getting quicker. It's just consistency now that I need to work on when we're jumping into different cars and different tracks. If I am doing like the daily races where I'm doing the same track over and over and over and over and over again, I can get more and more and more consistent as time goes on. However, when we're jumping around tracks, this is where my consistency bites me hard. And I make little silly mistakes, and we actually saw that in the race that I commentated, where some of the guys were making little unforced errors, and you saw the lead of the race just change and change and change and change and change again. And some of the races where you wouldn't expect to see that, which is what I loved about that race. Not a mind-blowing, oh, got to do a video on that race, but it was just interesting to see how the top racers can still have unforced errors, and it just puts into context those of us that aren't great. You know, when we have our little errors, so do the best guys. So do the best guys. So we brought that one home in 9. 7.7 away from the guys in front. So I was losing just a little bit of time there. And some small races with some really cracking racers today. Track Fury, how are you still a B? Why, oh why, are you not an A or an A+? Seriously, mate, you need to get into the daily races and get that DR up, because there's no way that you are a B. Right, let's get into the replay. We will share the replay, which is something that we're doing all the time now. One is it slows me down, because very often I was coming out of a race before people had an opportunity to talk in the chat, and also to save the replay themselves. Jack Fury, I don't do dailies enough. Mate, you need to get in with me. You would probably be racing with me now if you're in the dailies this evening. I tell you what, ditch the pit lane this evening and come and race. Come and do some daily race Bs with us. You can't. You can't if you're on PS4. Oh, does that mean you're in a different lobby than me? Oh, that's a pain, isn't it? Oh, Jack Kobe was your winner there with a 220.0. I don't know Jeff in second with a 220.8. Unfazed in third with a 221.9. Scott Cheggers in fourth. Greg White in fifth. Drac Fury in sixth. D-Locks in seventh. Welsh Boy in eighth. I got ninth. Number one Pops in 10th, and unfortunately Ronin gave up on that one. We won't talk about the DNF, which we don't allow. Rage quitting. Boo. Jack Kobe in first. I don't know Jeff in second. Unfazed in third. Theoretically, if somebody does complain, actually, Ronin would get penalty points for that, because we do give penalty points out for rage quitting. So he did explain why. maybe I should sort of say, there's some points. Right, where are we? We are heading off to Brands Hatch, it looks like, this one. Looks like we're off to Brands Hatch for the last one. We've got quite a few people jumping in for the last one. What's happened tonight? Has there been like a sports match or something on tonight? Is something going on in the big wide world that I'm not aware of? Somebody let me know in the chat. This one I'm going to put up on the screen because this is an interesting one. This is interesting. Jonesy, I think this one might have been one that you've mentioned a few others. So we are at Brands Hatch, and this is the Battle of the Hatchbacks. It is 8 laps, 2 and 2 tyre and fuel, sports soft tyres, no pit. But you could choose from the Volvo V40, the Focus ST, the Focus RS, the Volkswagen Golf Mark 7 GTI 2014, the Honda Civic Type R FK2 2015, and the Renault Clio RS 220 Trophy 16. I am going to do something that I want to test. I'm actually going to jump into the Focus RS because I have a very funny feeling that that car is too quick around here. So I am going to jump into that. I'm going to put the sports soft tyres on it, which I don't even have. I'm going to need to buy. And if I am much quicker than everybody else, or not everybody else, but other people, then that will tell me that this car needs to be removed. Because I have a very funny feeling that it needs to be. I believe that Bop is on. 2 and 2 tyre and fuel. And we are sports. Sports medium and soft. It should be sports soft only. I need to make a quick change there. It should be sports soft only. It's sports soft only. The other thing I am going to do is I'm going to change the mechanical damage to light for this one for the first time that we actually run this race. So let's just save that one away in there. Normally this would be heavy damage, and we'll just change the settings. So going to be very interesting to see what cars people use. And if everybody jumps into the Focus RS, I'm not going to be able to prove my point. Jack Kobe's having a laugh. I'm going to kick him in a moment, as is Unfazed. Yes, so we've got a few other cars coming in. Hulky's in a good car. Westy's in the RS. I could do with Unfazed, and I think Jack Kobe's changed. I could do with Unfazed. Unfazed, what car are you genuinely going to run in? Because I'm interested in what cars people are picking for this one. Genuinely, I need to see if there's a balance, and I really wanted somebody in the Volvo, if I'm honest. If Jonesy was running, I know he'd be in the Volvo. I could do one of the faster ones in that car. Jack Kobe's gone for the Clio, no question on that, because he's got that as a real life track day car. Scott Cheggers is in the RS. Greg White is in the Civic. Welsh Boy's in the Civic. I'm in the Focus. Hulky's in the Golf. Westy's in the Focus. Stiggy's in the Focus. GT Tom is in the Civic. And we've got, I don't know, Unfazed and D-Locks currently waiting for them to choose what car they want to run in. Let me just move the screen back over. Let me bring the chat back up so I can see what is going on. Jack Kobe's going to be back in a moment. Let me know when you're back, Jack Kobe. Trigger, your Focus is not allowed, probably because it's either engine swapped or wide bodied. Go grab yourself a new one. There's if you're quick, you'll get back in. But go grab yourself a new one, or go with one of the other cars that are allowed. Unfortunately, the 22 model is not one of the cars on the list. Trigger, your car is illegal, my friend. Let me just put the cars back up on the screen again. So we got the Trophy 16. Scott Cheggers is fine. Greg White is in the 15. That's fine. Jeff is fine. Unfazed is fine. D-Locks is fine. Jack Fury's fine. I'm fine. Hulky is fine. Number one pops. So Trig, I just need you to change your car, mate. And we're just waiting for, he's just changing it. Thank you for that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're just waiting for Jack Kobe to come back. So as soon as Jack is back, I believe. Jack, are you back? I think you are. I think you are. So we'll get the qualifier at 22:58. So a couple of minutes time. Unfortunately, I've not been out there running on this one, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. Right, let's just pop back onto the main window. Sorry, I left the I did leave the other window up for a while. Nobody has gone for the, is it change car, which is the Volvo. I'm going to go in a car I don't want to be in now. The Volvo V40 is the, it's changed the tyres, soft tyres. Not necessarily a car that I would have, sports tyres. Sports soft. Yeah, not necessarily a car that I wanted to be in. But we're going to go in that one just to see what it's like. So we've got a good split of the cars. I'm suspecting that the Focus RS is going to blitz this one. If I'm perfectly honest. I really do think it's going to absolutely blitz this one. But we'll go with that Volvo just to see what that does. So we've got a Clio, a Focus RS, a Civic, Focus RS, Clio, Focus RS, the V40, the Golf V11, so the Golf 7, Focus, Civic, Focus, and Civic Type R. Interestingly, nobody has gone for the Focus ST, which is, again is another indicator that I think the Focus RS is going to be too quick. But let's get into the qualifying, and I'm going to be very interesting to see what the mix is on this. Very interested. Very interested indeed. Again, this is one that was requested. We've dropped it in there. We've got 2,795 subscribers at the moment. If any of you out here in YouTube land have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so and help me out. I would love to get to 2,800 by the end of the week, if at all possible. Subscribers have slowed down big time for a lot of tubers at the moment, and if there's any chance, for a lot of the smaller YouTubers anyway, if there's any chance that we get to 2,800, that would be absolutely wicked. So if you wouldn't mind, that would be grand. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting where the bot puts the cars, Jack Fury. Theoretically, it should bring them all together, I would have thought. That's part of the reason why I jumped into this Volvo. The Volvo was the main reason why this one was suggested. It was released and everybody's like, oh, the Volvo V40 is brilliant. We should do some racing with the Volvo V40. And there was a bit of a mixed reaction. And then somebody said about doing a hot hatch. I think it was Jonesy. And it went in there as a hot hatch with a few hot hatches were mentioned, and then I picked out a few more. I did drop in the RS because it is a hot hatch that I really like. My favourite hot hatch in the whole of the game, if I'm honest. And normally I would be out in that car without a second thought, but I was interested to see where this Volvo fits into the full scheme of things. Or on the gravel a little bit there. We just get out of the way of these guys coming through. We're in a qualifying situation and I don't really want to spoil our races, so I've got dirty tyres now. We were going okay for a few minutes. Oh, we got another car right off on the grass. These tyres are going to take a while to clean up. Wow, that focus coming through Stiggy was so quick there. The question now is, can I stay with Stiggy? I've got nobody else behind me to worry about, so can I stay with Stiggy? Even throwing it across the curb like that is never going to work. I need to get this slowed down in a straight line, then up through the gears, get the power down, make sure that we can keep the traction. My prediction was going to be that the Focus RSs were going to be at the top of the timing sheets and absolutely blow the rest of us out the water. We'll have to see if that prediction holds water or not. And I was expecting this little Volvo to be way off the back of the timing sheets. It's quite low down the timing sheets. We're in 13th at the moment and falling. But it is in my hands and not the hands of one of the quick guys, so we'll have to see how that pans out in the full scheme of things. So 1:44.0 is my best, and that is, wow, 5 seconds off the Scott Eggers. What car is Scott in, I wonder? I bet you a pound to a penny he's in the Focus RS. Yeah, I think the Gr.Bs will leave on the dirt, Jonesy, I think. That seemed to be the consensus of opinion. We'll do a dirt Friday. When I can't race, because I can't race on the dirt to save my life. There we go, dead last. Look at that, massively off the pace in this Volvo. Everybody's just driving around me at the moment. 7.6 seconds. Oh, that hurts. Oh. Ooh. And what have we got? Focus RS, Focus RS, Civic, Focus, Clio, RS, Civic Type R, Focus, Focus, Clio, Civic, Civic. Oh, I really need one of the quick races in this Volvo. Yeah, the Volvo is completely stock. It is completely stock in this one, Drac Fury. I think I am going to get completely mullered in here, if I'm honest. Just to show you in my car settings, this is completely stock. It's out of the blocks. Absolutely nothing done to it whatsoever. But as you can see, the performance points are 499.99, 210 horsepower, 30.6 max torque, and the weight. So it has been adjusted. It has been adjusted. Jack Fury is at 571 pp, 350. Yeah, but is that not adjusted, Jack Fury? According to Bop, you're at 571 pp and 350 horsepower. Well, I'm at 210. I'm dead in the water, aren't I? I might as well pack up and go home now. I might as well pack up. I thought Bop was supposed to bring us all together. Let's get this one underway and see what happens. Drac, what car are you in? Are you in the Focus? Yeah, it's in the RS. Okay. But it's interesting that there are other cars mixed in with the RS. So I'm thinking it's I think it's a Volvo that is out of place here. I mean, we'll see how we go. Just down into the first corner. Oh look. That's sad. I'm going to concentrate. Best I can. I've actually got sound at the moment because I've no sound on my TV. It's absolutely completely gone off. It's better. I've got GT Tom going past me like... Now this is interesting because GT Tom and we normally have quite good races together. So can I get anywhere close to GT? Let's concentrate. Oh, that RS just blasting through there on the inside. Stiggy just leaving me standing. It looks like the RS needs to come out and the ST go in, I suspect. Jonesy's looks... Do you know, there's a lot of people that seem to be saying that the dailies aren't good. Wacky Debaki said he'd had a pretty good... I think it was Wacky said he had a good daily today, but a lot of people saying to me, don't go near the daily races today. It's just an absolute carnage fest out there. I am planning to go into those in a minute. This car is just like... I can't stay with those guys. I'm pushing it. I can't stay with them. Just chucked it off the road because I'm pushing so hard. This is part of the reason why we go for one mate races. We can have a look and see what's what, but I think that I'm going to go back to one mate racing. Right, Drac, I'm going to go for it down this straight. I want to see... I can't even get around the corner. Wacky backy, it's all of a sudden just got horrible. It's the witching hour. See, Jack Kobe's all over the back of me. Right, let me really knuckle down and push. I think I'm going to give up with this. Right, go on, you go race, mate. Go and race, because this is a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, unfortunately, Jonesy, it's not quite working out. I decided to jump into the Volvo, and I'm getting munched by everybody. Nobody went for the Volvo. I think I now know why. And we were just looking at the BOPs, and the Focus is so much, the horsepower is so much quicker than mine, so much more. I think that Unfazed is playing behind me as well. Even he's not racing properly. I think he's just babysitting me at the moment, and I'm trying to race this thing as hard as I can, just to try and stay with these faster cars, and it's just like impossible. So I'm gonna have a look at the replay at the end, and just, I mean, Unfazed is pushing me now. Jack Fury was a minute ago, and how do you work out what the brackets are? I don't know how to work out what the brackets would be for the different cars, and which cars can be allowed and which cars can't. I mean, are they published anywhere? Is there some special trick that I'm not aware of? Unfazed, you go forward. I want to try and... Right, you go for it. Go for it, my friend. Race hard. I want to see what I can do using you as a ghost car. See if there's any way that I can stay with you. So give me one real hot lap. I am going to give this everything I've got and really concentrate on that car in front and just try. Okay, so what are we? 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. Just going away. Using all of the curb and more there just to try and close up a bit. We are losing tenths of a second all the way around this lap, despite pushing as hard as we can. 2.7, 2.8. We have a brake pedal over the curve here. Keep pushing. On the one, heavy brake. Chop that corner, get on the power. This isn't a great lap, but it's not a bad lap. And Unfazed still 2.5 seconds down the road. Okay, so no all-wheel drive, so that would be the Focus out, but everything else still Jonesy has completely left me for dead. Unless you know what cars should actually be in this race, it's not necessarily one that I am favouring at the moment, if I'm perfectly honest. You can see on the track map how everything is completely spread out in this one. It's not exactly what you would call tight racing, and Unfazed, I'm 5 seconds behind him now. So we tried it, but I wonder what other all-wheel drive cars we got in here. I mean, obviously I imagine the RS is an all-wheel drive. We've got a Clio in here. We've got a VW. Are they? I think they should just be front-wheel drive cars. What I want to try and do is put one decent lap in. So 1:48.2 is my best. I think that was when I was being following unfazed. Okay, so that's fine. So Jonesy, if you know, can you hit me up in Discord and let me know what cars should be in this hot hat race? I guess the Focus ST. Going to get lapped in a minute. By what car? The Focus RS. What's Hulky in? Oh! Sorry, Hulky, I did run him out a little bit wide there in that corner. Hulky, can you go? Because I want to chase you for a lap. If you can go through. Hopefully he's listening. He is. I just want to really go for it. So he's in the VW. So I'm thinking Ford Focus, the little VW that Hulky's in, the Volvo that I'm in, maybe. Can I just stay unlapped? Scott's going to come wanging past me in a moment, like I don't know what. How quickly is he catching me? So we're 1.25 minutes away from the leader, which is crazy. I'm just trying to push this thing as fast as I can. We are on the final lap now. Scott's actually finished his lap, his race already, so not sure that I got lapped. It's quite close, but not quite. Interesting exercise. I'd love to know where Jack Kobe came in the Clio. Jack, did you find the Clio was outpaced by the other cars? Civic versus Ford would work quite well, yeah. But again, is the Civic a front-wheel drive or Civic? Clio and Civic were close. I didn't even get to finish. How sad is that? I didn't even get to finish my race. Yeah, okay, that one needs some serious looking at. I'm afraid. Oh, I didn't save that. Didn't share that one. Never mind. So what we got? Focus, Civic, Clio, Focus, Civic, Focus. So it's a bit mixed. It is a bit mixed up there. Maybe top half of the grid use Civic, the bottom half use a Ford. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that one. Trouble is, when we get into tuned cars, it all gets a bit fiddly with people. Some people like tuned and some people don't like tuned. That gets a little bit sort of wibbly wobbly on that side of things. Okay guys, I am gonna bring it to an end there, I am afraid, because I want to get into the daily races. I'm being told they're a bit iffy, the daily races. Jack Fury is going to disappear in the daily races now. Unfazed is going to disappear into the I don't know whether they are or they're not, but yeah, I'm going to pop out that one now. And then I am going to take a few minutes break. I'll set up the second stream like I did last night, and I'll dive into VR, and then we'll head into the daily races. I think, Jack Fury, that I've sorted out the pit crew room. So now it will be picking up the pit crew room from the Discord. I've just got to do a couple of little checks when we flick over, and we'll go from there. But thank you guys for racing with me this evening. I really appreciate it. Other than the last night, I think we had a really great night. Those of you that leave in, have a great night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever you're doing, have a great one. Those of you who are staying with me, I'll be picking up the new stream in just a moment. So I'll be 5 minutes just while I make that change. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, or I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.